I'm going to jump on this bandwagon here. It's talking about my good old friend, Mel Gibson. And his movie. He'd been telling people for years that these guys are creeps in Hollywood. Okay? He's been saying it. So he wants to make a movie about Jesus.
He can really understand. He didn't even want subtitles for it. So he starts taking meetings. Fox, Universal, Warner Bros, Disney, every major studio.
He wanted to see it like it happened.
7 in total, and none are interested whatsoever. I wonder why. Part of it is about the commercial concern, but there's something else making studios nervous before he's even shot a single frame.
That ADL.
The Anti-Defamation League, an American charity targeting anti-Semites, gets hold of an early script and immediately starts raising the alarm. The national passion relies on the theme of anti-Semitism.
Get the fuck out of here.
Man.
I wonder why.
That's crazy.
How could that be?
The Anti-Defamation League said, quote, by all appearances, Mr. Gibson has moved ahead with his plans to base his film based on the traditional Passion Play narrative that blames Jews for the killing of Jesus. For those who...
To be honest, it would be more accurate anti-high priest.
We'll see this film, the poisonous accusation that the Jews were responsible for the killing of Jesus will be unambiguous and clear. Gibson's already got baggage here. His father was a Holocaust denier, and when pressured, he said that my dad taught me my faith and I believe what he taught me. The man never lied to me in his life. So the criticism starts building. New York Times critic Frank Rich questions whether the film could fuel...
So his dad told him that there was no Holocaust and he believes it. And I don't know if that's true or not. But I've begun to entertain the idea that it could be possibly true. That there was no Holocaust. I don't know. I used to be all in with the Jews. All in. And now I'm all out.
Anti-Semitism. Gibson's response. Oh yeah, people went so hard as fuck against this. Like, I remember this movie was so controversial. It was more controversial than Cuties. And I want y'all to think about that. So Cuties was a Netflix like movie that basically had like a bunch of young girls sexualizing themselves, and it was weird, right? But it was more controversial than that. What are the odds of that?
What are those?
Well, actually, they're pretty high. It's like 100%. But yeah, that's what happened. He tells the New Yorker, I want to kill him. I want his intestines on a stick. I want to kill his dog. Fuck. Then Gibson explained his feelings about Rich. Is that right? So this man is kind of losing control, and every studio is watching it build into a PR nightmare. The funding dries up rapidly after that, and he practically becomes a laughingstock. He's putting his entire reputation in Hollywood on this movie. South Park then catches the zeitgeist with The Passion of the Jew. Stan and Kenny see the film, hate it, call it a snuff film, and track down Gibson for a refund. Their version of Gibson is completely unhinged. A masochistic lunatic running around shooting guns and literally defecating on people. Gibson's response at the time was defiance. He self-finances the entire production. Paid for the entire fucking thing. $30 million of his own money. And this was in like the early 2000s. So like the equivalent of this is like $100 million. Like he went so hard on this. It was crazy. Mortgaging property coming...
It's 45 million. 30 is the amount that Jesus was bought for, the 30 pieces of silver. 45 is the number for Saturn. He's using the Jew power of numbers against them. I bet you could do the gematria mission control. Let's see what that gematria is on what this motherfucker made.
$45 million. Oh, 45!
Let's do
Oh
the
my
Jamaican
God.
what this motherfucker made.
Out of his own pocket. If this bombs, he's then personally destroyed. So the film opens on Ash Wednesday, 2004.
He was there, so he knows. He
Man.
remembers. Mama took him Catholic. He got that weird.
Man,
Catholic.
I remember it was a that's crazy. I think back on that. Yeah.
You think back.
Critics are split. There are massive protests outside theatres, but also massive lines of people wanting to see it. It then goes on to gross $83 million in its opening weekend, and goes on to make $612 million worldwide.
612.1. Let's see. Gematria for 612.1. Let's see what we got. It's just gonna have to do 612. Let's look. Big Beautiful Bill. He birthday encoded, sir. B being rightful heir, K. He admitted that he lied. Hosting the Red Heifer. Brazil. Bride died. B bullshit lie. Shirley Kaiser. I testified it against Cabal. Her birthday is encoded. Fentanyl. Huge. I lie. I be causing her pain. Getty is best choice for air. Cultist is best choice for air. Cultist. Being okay. London. I God bride hears God is best. Interesting. Let's continue.
Wise. There's a lot of Christians out
Do
there.
83 Gematria.
That's crazy. The highest. Today's Ash Wednesday today. Wait, is it really?
Might have been yesterday.
I didn't even know that. As I said, I put it down.
The most notable
Pope
word
funds a
is
crusade
associated is
for us to go and
Chanukah.
protect the Christians in Africa. I go
I
back
and the
to
Father
Mass.
are one.
That's my line in the sand.
That's it right there.
That's
That
where I'm
first
at.
open weekend. I and the Father are one. That's what Jesus
Grossing
said.
R-rated film at the time. Gibson then personally walks away with
happens.
somewhere between $400 and $475 million.
And that's what really made the hoes mad. That's what really made them mad. It's the fact that they all went against him. This guy went all in, literal leap of faith. $45 million of his own money in 2003, 2004, I forgot what it said. I think it said 2004. He did all of this, and then he made $400 fucking million.
400 Gematria.
That's what really
That's
made
the
them mad.
world.
That's what pissed them off.
That's the world.
So from the industry's perspective,
Final
he is
letter
now
of the
Because
Hebrew
it shows a
alphabet.
crack in the matrix. It shows a crack in the fabric of the illusion that's created that making things that are central around, the
Big
Christian
crack.
faith or Catholicism is somehow not possible, not feasible, not financially viable. It just takes all that and rolls it up and smokes it.
Why would the numbers be so good?
And that's the reason why they're fucking mad.
one of the most profitable films in history, even after every major studio rejected it entirely on his own terms. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Gibson talked about how turbulent this was.
That was a crazy movie because it was a great movie.
Yeah, he
But
remembers. He
it
remembers.
seemed
People
like
are
there
mad.
was resistance to that movie.
There was so much resistance. Like, it was so controversial. People were angry as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, there was which I thought was very strange. There was like
This is
Hollywood
great.
resistance to that movie.
Absolutely.
Like, people didn't like that you were making it. It seemed like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of opposition to it, and I don't know. I think if you ever hit on that subject matter, you're gonna get people going, because
Of course.
Dude.
He just said because. Y'all are fucking fucked up perverts.
Oh, God.
Come on. Y'all are fucking perverts.
Bro.
That's what it is.
You really had to hit him with that?
That's all, because he doesn't know their shit.
Well.
Who wants to get to know that shit?
Oh, my God.
Who wants to get to learn that? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Welcome to Up Close Far Out, a YouTube video
Hey, fuck off, old man.
It's a big subject matter.
He
It's a
even
big
said how
subject
Hollywood
matter.
was stunned by him walking around the system and scoring a massive hit without going
Yep.
through the usual channels.
And there was this kind of thing in town. In
Someone in chat called him Goydemort.
the
Goydemort.
town, they said, anyone just see that? Anyone just see what that guy did? Can't let that guy do that again.
Yeah.
Because it sort of walked around the entire system.
It was a well-received podcast because Gibson, for all his woes, came across as more down-to-earth than your average massive star. Comments observed that he was holding back on topics
He is
that
down to
people
earth.
wouldn't be prepared to hear about.
And that's the crazy thing, is that after this recent Epstein files drop,
His dad won some injury settlement. They moved to Australia from, I think, New York whenever he was 15. And his sister filled out his application to, be an actor in Mad Max. She did the paperwork on that. I guess she found it, and the night before he went to audition, he got into a bar fight. So he went in there with a black eye, all fucked up. So he got the part, but he wasn't even trying to be an actor. Mad Max.
and after they brought out all the files, I think people owe this guy an apology. I think they do.
The people that talk shit
They gotta
about him.
say, listen, man, maybe you were right about some of these things. That's crazy. Wow, what are the odds of that?
Passion ultimately took its toll on Gibson, and 2 years later, everything fell apart. In 2006, he got pulled over drunk in Malibu, and during the arrest, he goes
During the arrest, as seen here. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's see if we can go right back to it. It should go. It's this right here.
Today I'm going to show you how I made this
This is
1 to
Bobby
9 scale
Fingers,
diorama.
and he makes
depicting Mel
dioramas.
Gibson's 2006 drunk driving arrest in Malibu. And if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you how it could be yours.
This is it.
For the man himself, I decided to sculpt his head full size, 3D scan it, and print it small. That way I could capture more detail. I like sculpting big heads. The clay I'm using is wet clay. It's water-based.
Wet clay.
WED being an acronym for Walter E. Disney, the famous mouse enthusiast. Some hair to see Mel amongst the mud. Give him a few papers. A copy of Mel's arrest report was leaked to the media. Some of the things he said that night were pretty spicy, to say the least. And I wanted this sculpture to really capture the energy of the moment, while also paying respect to the fact that the man was absolutely rubber drunk on tequila. Mel's Irish heritage is betrayed by his lovely big Celtic ears, so it's important we get those right. In order to get to know Mel better, I decided to read his autobiography, acting my way all the way to the top. Let me read you a section about Mel's time working with Anthony Hopkins and Daniel Day-Lewis on the film The Bounty. Most of the filming was done on a replica sailboat off the coast of New Zealand. Daniel Day-Lewis took to making his own wine in the cistern of the toilet in his quarters, thus rendering his lavatory useless, so Danny used to relieve himself over the edge of the ship. When Anthony Hopkins walked past one night to see Danny perched on the bow of the ship, defecating into the ocean, the Welshman exclaimed, "What the hell are you doing, man?" Quick as a flash, Danny responded, "Don't worry, my love. It's all in the name of a nice Chianti." Hoppy was so inspired by this exchange that he used the line in the film The Silence of the Lambs. As a result, Daniel Day-Lewis gets paid £5 in royalties every time the film is shown, excluding oil rigs and educational purposes. Fun times on the Bounty. I opened up Mel's ears a little bit. All the better to hear Jesus with. A scotch pad to take away some of the rake marks.
We gotta get into it though.
To sculpt a furrowed brow, I'm going
Let's
to
see
use
it
this
at the
little
end.
wiry loop tool. I do enjoy sculpting a furrowed brow. Then I cut the arse off the car. And that was it.
It's just the scene. It's fabulous.
Let's put in a street light. We'll call it done. However, Mel was arrested at 2:15 in the morning, so something like this seems more appropriate. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you.
Sir, you're gonna get me fucked off.